Well, that sucked. Let's try again. Alright, so... I'll go this way. Yeah, the only reason I died last time was because of the severe lack of health. I had just tried taking on a giant brute with a what's it called? Got a bunch of concrete attached to a load of rebar. Basically, it fucking hurt. So let's try this again. Try and remember where I'm going. I see that. Oh, that's a bit unfair. Come on, play fair. Crap on a cracker, man. This way. Walk into the... Yeah. Never gonna work. See, one thing I like about Dead Island is... not Dead Island, sorry. This one's Dying Light. Is it pretty much is a sequel to Dead Island. Now, I love Dead Island, but it was broken in so many ways. The speed that your weapons died and everything was just... kind of ruined it for me, to be honest. At least the weapons last the whole zombie in this game. Unfortunately, I'm suffering with the same problem I had in that game. I need to find more stuff. Actually, scrap this. I remember something. I remember watching my friend play this once, and there is... I think it's on that island there. Where am I? That one, I think. It's like a... I don't know what you call it. Giant freaking sword. Let's go get the sword, see if it makes it easier. But nah, Dead Island was so broken. I still play it to this day, but it was properly broken. Character models and everything weren't too bad. The story was pretty much non-existent. Oh look, they're zombies, they're loose. Which, no, I love the zombie genre. Don't get me wrong, but I do like a bit of story in my games. Movies I'm not really too fussed about. I could just watch people killing zombies all day when it comes to movies, but games, if I'm going to plug 60 hours into it, I at least want some sort of story to keep me tied in, and that was, here's your survivors, get off the island. And the only game I really liked that did it that way was Left 4 Dead. God, brain fart. Now, Left 4 Dead is an amazing zombie game. Recommend it to anyone who hasn't played it. It's just freaking amazing. Brilliant. Why did I jump in here? I don't know. No, so my plan is to do a kind of zom-Play, like a Let's Play, but with zombie games. So I figured most of the games that you can play are you can get 2 or 3 players on this game, you can get 2 or 3 players, actually no, you can get 2 players on nothing in there. Oh wait, there is. You can get 2 players on Resident Evil 5, there's Killing Floor where you can have up to 4 players. Just maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks I'll log on live and you can play with me, or we can do it the other way and I will just shoot a collection of random moments, try and edit them together using Share Factory, and then I will spread the love, the zombie seed, I guess. You all know what you're thinking. Everyone wants zombie seed. Let's do it. You can't complain about something you've never had, boy. So, fuck off you. No. You broke my pipe. Next pipe. I don't think I've been this way before. Now, this is a game I have had for a while, and I played the first couple of hours, and I got further ahead than this, and then I got suckered into Destiny. I got suckered into Destiny 2, and to be honest, I kind of forgot where I was and what the controls were, so I thought, oh, I'll start from afresh. Let's just tread water for a minute. Yeah, I really want to go right. So I thought I'll start it afresh from the beginning. I'm only about 40 minutes in. And the controls have come back to me quite intuitively, apart from the jump being on R1, which is dead irritating sometimes, because I'm used to jump being on X for pretty much any other game. But any game you choose to mention, really, that I play, and it will be... it'll be on the X. Maybe it was that one. But once you get used to it, it's actually not too bad. It makes the parkour quite simple. It's fast, it's efficient. You can just run and then you jump at something and it will automatically grab onto it. The only problem is trying to remember to release and hold R1 again if you want to go to a different platform. But I'm always open to if people want games played. I'm not really a squealer when it comes to games. Always been quiet gamer, so having to talk to people whilst I'm gaming, new experience for me. But if anyone wants to have me on the PlayStation, then I would be more than happy to play with them. Right, now this is one thing I do remember about this bit. If no one else has done this bit, it's the Excalibur sword. Now you get all the way out to this island in the middle of the let's call it their version of the Thames, and you have to push and hold square for I want to say 2 or 3 minutes so you can extract the sword. But as soon as that disappears off screen and you extract the sword, you need to move back away from the body because it will catch fire. And then once the body is burnt down, there will be a blueprint underneath, so you can recraft the Excalibur. And you can see how slowly that thing is going around. It's not even halfway yet. I don't think it's even halfway. It's so tiny you can barely see it. But it's a fairly easy weapon to pick up after the prologue. It's quite good, and it kind of scales to your level as you craft it. So this first one will come out at the level I am, the next one I craft will come out whatever level I am then. It does high damage, and well, it's I found it to be quite fun just to chop through the hordes. That's how I managed to get 3-4 hours into the game to start with. But the only downside is when you have to sit here and you have to hold X, and as soon as you let go, it restarts it, so you just have to sit still, be patient, hold it, and wait for that itty bitty little bar to get all the way around the square. So, whilst we're waiting, I think I shall sing you a song. Oh, no. I do not sing. Any way, shape or form, I do not sing. That shit does not fly here. I will shut that shit down. If I'm playing with anyone and they start singing, you're either you'll be booted or you'll be scooted. Take your pick. See? Nearly there. Just probably another 30, 60 seconds or something like that. I wish I could speed it up for you, but as I'm playing this kind of semi-live, it's never going to happen. But trust me, it is worth picking up. There's blueprints all over the place as well. There is one, I forgot to pick one up earlier. There's a blueprint on top of the building that you need to pick up. It gives you double health medipack. You need to get one of them at some point. I cannot remember for the life of me what building it's on. It's been a while since I played this. I know. Everyone's bored. We're staring at a sword. Kind of rhymed, but I can't think of anything else that rhymes with bored and sword. There we go. Ta-da! Excalibur. There you go. Take the Excalibur and the body catches on fire. Oh, did they nerf it? Okay. Right, just gonna have to wait for him to burn down then. There we go. Now he's getting. Now he's catching fire. Let's swap some weapons around. Goodbye. I like the smell of a fresh burning corpse in the morning. Reminds me of napalm and me nana's cooking. Nah, fuck that. Watch him burn, watch him burn. And there's a blueprint, see? Told you. And now we have... Oh yeah. Excalibur! Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. See? So much fun. Stay away from the light. Yeah, better get back up actually before I run out of air. Now, I love this weapon. I will always pick it up no matter what stage I'm at. I will pick it up or I will go out of my way to find stuff to craft for it. It's definitely worth your time. Once we get back to land, I'll show you exactly how good it is. Oh yeah, no. I can always add people and people can come and play, or they can watch. I've got a Twitch channel, I just don't use it unless I'm doing charity, 24-hour charity marathons. Which, at the moment, I did one last year. I was planning one this year, but just haven't really got around to it, to be honest. Life's been a bit hectic. Yeah, you can just die, it's just a survivor. Aha! Excalibur! Keep chopping. Even when you're low stamina, see? Boom! What? Goodbye. Don't you forget about me. There goes my head. I'll torn in half to you, baby. Tell me. Goodbye. Oh. Oh, I think she's had too much to drink. She's like this. Oh. Oh, now she's lost her head. God damn it. All these drunk teenagers these days. Oh, it's so much like fun. Ah, yes. See? Before it was taking me 4, 5, 6 shots with a wrench to get through them. Now it's taking... Oh, you piece of crap. Now it's taking me like 1 or 2 swings with the sword. Plus, it takes ages to break, so it's a bonus. It doesn't break as fast as the other weapons. It does bend though. Look at my tip. Look at my tip. Oh, you dirty bastards. Huh? Oh, I'll take that. Awesome. Did not know that was here. Don't normally come this way in my defense, so... Ah, there's the little bastard that got me earlier. Huh? For 2. Oh shit balls. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Still need a strong weapon. Time to go. There we go. Yeah, for some reason all the goodies end up on the bottom half, never in the top half. So yeah, it is not a bad weapon. Get off my platform! Thank you. One of the better weapons you can get early on. I do enjoy it quite a lot. Oh my, look. Tell me. Yeah. But I love pretty much 90% of zombie games. There are some really sketchy ones out there though, which I'm not a big fan of. I won't name them because some people probably love them, but I will probably review them at some point for the sake of overall coverage, shall we say. Actually, whilst I'm near here, back into the tower for a sec. See if the quartermaster's has got any medikits.
Sometimes I feel like there's nothing outside.
I think there's a monkey wrench. Well, that's just not cricket. Yes, well, see what we can do, shall we? Alright, so still trying to find a box of chocolates. Which I kind of hope I'm heading in the right direction, otherwise this is just going to be a massive waste of time. Following the marker and hoping for the best. I know my health is low. What do you want me to do? Do I have a shit? Do I have But I have played a smorgasbord of zombie games over the years. Everything from the original Resident Evil through to Resident Evil 7. Never finished 7 yet, still need to finish 7, but as I play on my PlayStation more than my Xbox, and I've got it on my Xbox, probably not going to happen anytime soon. I do love me some good zombie killing action. Come on. Into the electric shock, Charlie, my dear. Into the electric shock. Lying tonight. Push. Get in there. That was a bad idea. Down goes your arm, there goes your head. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Mercy. I'd like to murder. Not really the most sympathetic way to go. But shit happens. All this way for fucking chocolate. Why can't America just have like a Tesco Express or something? Make all this searching for chocolates business a lot easier. I'll take that and I'll take that. Yum 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 yum. Take coffee, take coffee. Box of chocolates. Oh god. Now I know go back to classy. Hey, well, look, if anyone wants to play this with me at any point, they are more than welcome. If they got any hints or tips, because I'm not. See, it's weird. I like to think of myself as a gamer, but honestly, I'm probably the worst one out there. I've played games ever since I got a paper round to save up for my first ever PlayStation, and I've never really looked back. I like a good zombie killing game. Oh, I can't go through here anymore. That's weird. So the first zombie game I ever bought was Resident Evil. Shit. But after Resident Evil, it was closely followed by Final Fantasy VII, which is where I developed a love of RPGs. But I always went back to Resident Evil. Always have. Always will. I know people are going to go, oh, but it's got shit over the years. The number one is the best one. Yada, 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 yada. But for me, I don't know. It's one of them series that's kind of always been there. Every stage of my life. Resident Evil 1, loved it. I will admit, some of the puzzles have me stumped for quite a while, because I'm not the biggest puzzle fan. But I guess that's just me. I've always been more of a straightforward person. But I'll tell you one thing, I did pump a good couple of 100 hours into Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 for all 6 campaigns on Resident Evil 2, including the Tofu one. Managed to unlock that. And Resident Evil 3, well, I'm being perfectly honest, I played that through to get every single one of those what happened there cards that you got at the end to each person. And Mercenaries. Oh man, I loved Mercenaries. I got so hyped for Operation Raccoon City when it came out that I thought it was going to be like permanent Mercenaries, but man was I wrong. That game was terrible. Yep, live and learn. If I want to play Mercenaries, I'll just load up Resident Evil 3 at some point and play that again. But I am proper psyched for the remake of Resident Evil 2. I reckon if they do it right, along the lines of the RE remake, then it could be an absolutely cracking game. So nowhere to jump down. Shit on a brick. But Resident Evil 2 is probably my baby. Between that and Resident Evil 3, pretty much solidified anything and everything to do with that series. Survivor first-person gun games weren't exactly brilliant, to be honest. But I'm sure that they have their fans out there somewhere.
Yes?
Here's your movie.
Resident Evil 4, I know it's everyone's favourite one, it's a step up from survival horror, it's more action orientated, but it's one of those games where I think the series started to lose its way.
Yeah, then I'll just let myself
It
into
had
the
a
roof.
brilliant story, but there's way too much ammo in that game for it to be any type of scary. Same goes for 5 and 6, but 5 embraced the cheesy badness. That proper made me chuckle. I loved 5 for that. You know, there was only one way you could really go after 4, and that was pretty much OTT. Missed it. OTT, balls to the wall. Action. Punching a boulder? Yes. I don't give a shit what anyone said. It's not a game breaker. It's just fucking hilarious. You've got a guy that's been beefed up on voice throughout the series now, and it's just like, boom, here, look at me. So, never mind, they say 5 is one of my favourites. 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 6. I'll stick 7 in there at some point, once I actually bloody finish it. But if no one agrees with me, then yeah, it's their problem, I guess. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes. I like mine, they like theirs. It's like, there we go. I quite like Friday the 13th Part 5. I know it doesn't have Jason in it, but it's basically a father's love for his child forces him to kill. Yes, it's a different take, but Jason came back for 6 as the unrelenting zombie killer that we all love. And I'll admit that 6 is my favourite Friday the 13th movie, so... there. I love me some Jason. Friday the 13th will always be one of those films that sticks with me. Especially Part 6, it's just so balls to the wall insane. It's like, oh, let's resurrect him with a piece of metal in a grave whilst he's covered in maggots. Jason Voorhees, the original superhuman zombie. Yes, I know, incorrect, but me. It's what I grew up with. Well, not really grew up with, but it's what I grew up knowing. Jason was a badass. No one ever beat Jason. Oh, hello. Have I gone over the top of it? See? This is what happens when I start talking about Jason. No. There we go. Hello. No, info. Take the knife. Shit happens. All you have to do is just bear with me and give me time. Eventually I'll get better at talking to people on here. I never really done it myself, so I kind of run out of things to say. I'm just kind of doing this spur at the moment because I figure it would be fun. So, nope. So I figured, try something new. This is me trying something new. Where are you? He's not on the can. Wait. Another suspiciously clean toilet bowl, but spackled floor. That says a lot about this guy's hygiene. Where are you? That's it. You're not here. I'm stealing from your fridge. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Hello, Ghazi.
The movie I thought.
I told you it was Norman Bates. No one ever believes me. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, yes. Is that it? Oh, that's a shame. We could have been such good friends. But you're too insane and your mother's made of bedding. Says, oh, we only done it. Of course, noise draws the attention of vitals. Vitals be vitals. Let's have some fun. Let's get up here. Get up there. Right, now I should be able to... Aww. Firecrackers. That'll do. Get off my car! Oops, did not see that down there. Yes! Go on, my son. Burn them like you're burning your mum. Wow, she's a cool bitch. Burn, baby, burn. Disco, burn, burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, you stopped. I'll turn on the other side. Dance into fire. A fatal sound. Broken wheel. Dance into the... Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I can't reach you there. I want to investigate that, you mother beaches. Go on, through the fire, you shall become a bigger man. You shall be reborn, the phoenix of vampire zombies. The female. Probably. I like to call her the Zampafix. Go on, burn, 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 motherfucker. And this is mine. And this is mine. And this is mine. That's mine. That's mine. Like you die, you die, you die. Oh, hello. Cool. Well, that was a bit unfair. You were sneaking up behind me like that. And how did you get through the fire? Get back to where you once belonged. Get back. Thank you. That is mine. That is mine. It is time to watch myself. There is one over there, one over here. Oh, it died. Hello. Yeah, good enough time to end it.